poppin'? This is Scotch, your boy Jesimein. Today, you guys know we've been waiting for this, man. PvP is what we breathe on this channel. So today, the Division 2 spilled all the beans. The NDA was lifted. We're able to finally talk about it. All the information I've been holding on to since E3 has been like eating at my soul, and I've been finally going to talk to you with you guys. You know what I'm saying? We're going to share this experience for people who haven't caught all the updates and what's changing and all. We're going to watch it in this video real quick, and I'm going to put my input on it as you guys have been wanting. We're going to go in deep with it, so we're going to see. Let's get it. Let's watch this trailer, man. Bruh, tough. Oh, I'm so hyped.
The Dark Zone. It's lawless.
Mm-hmm.
It's lucrative. It's plural? That's right. In the Division 2, there are 3 distinct Dark Zones, each claiming its own unique neighborhood of Washington, D.C., and each with its own stories to tell.
She needs help. That yellow shit is blowing all over the place. You want to be next?
They are dangerous places where you can hunt and be hunted by both enemy factions and other players. And the dynamics are evolving to give you new reasons to go rogue and more ways.
Look at that manhunt symbol.
Gear.
Initiating rogue protocol.
But the Dark Zones aren't the only multiplayer option we checked out. We also went a few rounds with the new organized PvP modes. Here's what we learned.
Snipers, though.
Crime pays. There's a new way to go rogue for fun and profit in the Dark Zone. Become a thief. Break into a locked chest or steal the entire contents of a DZ drop, and you'll earn more loot than you normally would. You'll also be marked rogue and become vulnerable to attack from your fellow agents.
Watch out, there's one coming for you.
But your thievery will reveal a hidden
He got
secret.
beamed.
Follow it by completing more rogue actions, and you can eventually unlock a secret entrance to the Thieves' Den. In the Thieves' Den, you'll have access to a special vendor with valuable wares, and you'll have your rogue status cleaned and cleared. Clean loot. Dark Zone extractions are a tempting target for players looking to go rogue and rob their fellow agents. So securing your contaminated loot is always a bit risky. However, in the Division 2, some of the loot you find in a Dark Zone will be clean. That means you can,
For all you PvEers, there it is.
Can't lose it if you
There's
die.
a reason to go in the Dark Zone.
Easy
See you
runs
there.
will be that much more lucrative. Normalization. If a player with powerful gear rolls up on a player with weak gear, the results could be messy.
Oh, get stuck.
That's where normalization comes in. In the Division 2, most Dark Zones will be normalized, which means all gear and weapon stats are brought within a narrow range, so no one totally outclasses anyone else.
It's fair.
You can still take your prey down quickly with a clever ambush. You now have a better chance to react, survive, and decide whether you want to retreat or push the engagement.
They're flanking right. Flanking right.
Occupied Dark Zones. Did you catch how I said most Dark Zones will be normalized? Well, once you reach the end game, Dark Zones will start becoming occupied for set periods of time. We can't show you one just yet, but we can tell you that an occupied Dark Zone is not normalized.
That's where we gonna be at.
Every ounce of juice you can squeeze out of your gear will give you an edge.
That's where we gonna be at.
Furthermore, there are no icons telling you who is rogue and who is not.
That's what I'm talking about.
And friendly
Real
fire
man.
is always on.
That's a daddy Dark Zone right there.
What sort of loot is in store for players willing to brave those conditions? Shades of Rogue. Take this short quiz to discover how rogue you are.
Manhunt.
Have you just entered a Dark Zone or only been fighting enemy factions? You are not rogue. Other players can't damage you unless they are rogue. Have you broken into a chest, stolen an entire DZ drop, or held down the button to toggle you and your teammates rogue?
Rogue protocol initiated.
Then you are rogue. You can attack other players to earn XP, gain currency, and steal their loot, but any other player can try to take you out. Have you turned rogue and taken out another player? You are now disavowed rogue.
Your agent's task is disavowed.
The red icon means you are more visible on the map to other players, so watch your back. finally, have you really leaned into the disavowed rogue thing and killed a bunch of other agents?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have reached your final
Mm-hmm.
form.
Ha!
Rogue.
Manhunt now.
So we gonna be at all day, every
All
day.
players are alerted to your presence. The bounty on your head is sizable. Knowing the 4 Dark Zone states is essential to living your best Dark Zone life, as is knowing how to clear them. Letting your timer expire without performing rogue actions. Visiting the Thieves' Den. Dying and respawning. Or hacking a manhunt terminal are reliable ways to get clean. But if you want to double down, you can sabotage the manhunt terminal. This will make your manhunt more difficult, but also more rewarding. Just remember, you still have to find and access another terminal to lose the manhunt and get your loot. Ease into it. Now, if you're having visions of getting jumped by other players immediately upon entering a dark zone,
Oh!
fear not. Your first visit to a dark zone will be a PvE mission, so you'll only have enemy factions to worry about. These missions give you a chance to learn how that dark zone turned dark, and get to know the lay of the land. For
Fair.
example, one of the DZs began as a depot for shipments of military gear, so be on the lookout for places that you can use the shipping containers and rail cars to your advantage. And keep an eye on the vegetation as well. Washington, D.C. is pretty overgrown these days, and the tall grass can obscure your position while you make sure nobody messes with your loot extraction.
Cargo loaded, ready to go.
Organized PvP.
Mm-hmm.
When you just want to mix it up with your fellow agents, Conflict is the place to do it. This is where you'll find organized PvP, with 3 custom-made maps and 2
Beamer.
modes at launch. Skirmish
Ooh.
and Domination.
Yeah, here they go.
You see that M1A beam like that?
These
Okay.
fights will be normalized, just like the Dark Zones, and they'll be set up with skill-based matchmaking.
Bro, snipers are crazy.
Conflict will have its own progression track and rewards, although I think we can all agree that scaring the crap out of other players with explosive crossbow bolts is a reward unto itself. You're going to learn a lot more about The Division 2 in the lead up to launch on March 15th. You can pre-order now to guarantee your access to the upcoming private beta, or register on the official Division 2 site for a chance to get in. Be sure to stay up to date on the latest Division news by subscribing to this YouTube channel and by visiting us at news.ubisoft.com.
Mm-hmm. Let's pause it right there. Just so you guys can see it right here, boys. Pre-order to get that beta. So first things first. Snipers are busted. Like, I'm not going to go back into it because I don't want to go too far and lose whatever. But, okay, so obviously you guys see the Dark Zone has changed a lot in I guess, upgrade ways, right? So for Manhunt, I mean, Road 2.0, if you play Division 1, you guys know was a frustration for a lot of players because the reward was more for the people who didn't flag up than it was for the Manhunts themselves. Now, there's so much incentive to go Manhunt, which, to me, I think would tilt shift the idea. Oh, let me put my light down so maybe I blend in well with the video. But anyways, I think now that the incentive is to go Manhunt, you're going to get more balanced PvP, right? Not just a bunch of people standing around because the incentive's not big, right? Rogue policing and people don't like happens because there's really no incentive to flag up unless you're adamant PvP player. So now that there's incentive, those people have no excuses not to flag up. Okay, so that's that. Big thing, big change, big upgrade. It's really the only upgrade that we really need for other than balance for the Dark Zone itself. Okay, so now that you can go Manhunt, basically what they're saying is if I flag up, there's a lot of ways to flag up. Like back in the day, or I'm gonna say back in the day because it's a future spec video. When you hijack, that was the only new way to go rogue. You know what I'm saying? That was it. Other than toggling, hijacking was the only way to go rogue. Outside of that, now you can steal stuff, right? You can not waste lockpick. You know we have lockpicks in Division 1. You don't have to use those if you want to go rogue, right? You pick the lock, you go rogue, you get the loot, you get more loot, I guess, and you flag up, and you go on from there. That's cool. That's dope. Now we know there's different ways of going rogue, which is pretty tight. What they said is now there's a Thieves' Den. So basically, if you're Manhunt, you go into a Thieves' Den. You get it's like the checkpoint for rogues, right? You get to clear your rogue. You get to go restock. You get cool things. You get like shock bullets and whatever from a little cache. You get extra equipment and all that stuff. Now you can only get in there if you go manhunt. That's amazing. For the people who wanted to go in the dark zone and kind of wanted to get like a little feel it. The first mission's a PvE, so you get to go in, learn the map, get an idea in your head, play it safely, PvE mode, and then that's when you step into the dark zone. There's 3 dark zones, okay? I would assume, oh my god, my allergies. I would assume 2 of them are obviously normalized, which is pretty dope. I like the concept because I kind of liked how Skirmish felt as far as if everything felt balanced. So that's cool that they have a dark zone option for people who want the balanced feel in open world environment. And I love the fact that they added a hardcore DZ. That's what I'm going to call it. It's a hardcore DZ where you don't know who's rogue. You know what I'm saying? It gives you that first feeling that you had in the beta days of Division where you're like, okay, who's going to flag or who's going to shoot first? We get that back. So people who keep saying Rogue 2.0 came in Division 2, there's a DZ dedicated to Rogue 1.0 feeling, right? Like, you know, when you hopped in survival for the first time and you kind of feel anxious and stuff, and how you first played the first dark zone where it was dangerous and you didn't know who's who and friendly fire and stuff, that's back. So we have Rogue 1.0 back in it's called the Occupied Dark Zone, and you get better loot. So the incentive's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So put that out there. The PvP time to kill, yo, I have to go try to find, like, there was a scene right now. I just saw this dude get beamed. Where is it at? He got, oh, right here. I think it's right here. Peep my man's health, okay? Our man right here, the one shooting, not the manhunt beast. Look at his health. He died right there, man. Our boy died right here. Look at the health bar. Peep the health bar. Look, it goes boom, and that man got beamed right there. So the time to kill is no joke, bro. It's no more of that strafing, running in circle. For the people who hate that, no more of that, because now it's more realistic. Watch how man gets beamed. Look at his armor bar. You see his armor bar going, and look at that. Look at that chunk, and he's dead.
Down quickly.
Time to kill went from this to this, bro. So I mean, obviously builds are gonna change that and stuff, but you can clearly see the intention of the game is to get quicker kills, more tactical. If you add a cover, it's dangerous. Just like they said, you have to use cover, not in a way where you're stuck in it, because you see most of these players that open, look, like,
Or push
it's not like you have to like play like a sissy behind cover 24/7. You can push people, but just know, like, you have to be smart when you push, because if you don't, bro, you're getting beamed. So obviously,
So watch your back.
it's kind of like the best of both worlds, right? Like, a lot of people, whoa, look at the health bar, how they chunk. Real quick, I'm sorry, look at this. Look at that. He went from full health to death.
Finally.
So obviously there's ways to just end people, right? And this is what a lot of people wanted. A lot of people hated the run in circle, heal, all this stuff. You can see people aren't running in heals no more. I mean, we don't know all the skills in full detail and how the heals and stuff are gonna work, but you can clearly see that people have to commit to their gunfights. And if you commit to your gunfight, you better be ready to fight, because you're not gonna have the time to sit around and pop off that heal. You can see, like, right here, look at this dude's in cover, and this person ran right up because they got the advantage, ran up on this rogue and ended.
Sabotage the
Boom.
manhunt terminal.
So you can see, like, look, they're in the open. This is like Division 1 gunplay. You feel me? This is not full cover shooter like everybody was afraid. Like, oh, nobody wants to play a game where it's like you immediately die. No, it's you die fast, but you can at least gunfight in exchange. You can face tank a little bit, and I mean, it's going to reward the person who hit. You know what I'm saying? It's going to reward the person who landed their shots. But this is what we've been asking for, yo. Like, we wanted Rogue 1.0. We have it. Occupied Dark Zone is Rogue 1.0. Hands down, friendly fire, all that jazz. And on top of that, it's even more rough because you don't know who's rogue. That means I could be level 5 manhunt standing right next to you, and you have to decide whether or not I'm hostile or not, or just take the chance and shoot me. You see what I'm saying? So that feeling is back, bro. And you guys can see, like, right here, look, these some like Artemis fast draw holster. So it seems like as of right now, it's like a giant hexo meta. So you don't see any gear sets. Obviously, gear sets might come, but as of right now, it's more back in the day where stuff gave you direct buffs towards your gunplay rather than crazy bleed perks or nomad procs. There's no nomad procs, so you guys are good. Don't worry about that. There's no bleed. You don't have to worry about that. There's just tacticalness. So just putting that all out there for people who were concerned. Now, addressing the newer people. This game is definitely going to change your perspective on how you trust yourself in a situation where you could decide to be the bad guy or good guy. I'm letting you guys know this now. Division is going to bring something out of you that you didn't know you had, whether it be a confidence, whether it be a hostility, whatever. So prepare yourself for that. But for the people who've been used to it, like it's a giant upgrade. Literally, you can't complain. What we're seeing is a gigantic upgrade of everything we've been asking for. And as you can see, stuff like this, people are complaining, why are they giving PvE Dark Zone? You got to realize, man, this is genius. This is bringing everybody the Dark Zone's the end game, okay? Always have, always will be. So if they give PvE players incentive to come in, that gives more gunplay, more engagements where there are good guys and bad guys in the DZ. And that's what you want. You just don't want full of bad guys because then it takes a dynamic. You just expect to shoot everybody. You want situations where you have to decide. You feel me? So I think the PvP is what we wanted. Okay, I don't see anything I can complain about. I mean, it looks a little slower, but I mean it makes sense because if it was as fast as it was Division 1, people would die left and right. They wouldn't be able to escape. I think that the speed is for a reason because you're supposed to use cover to cover and you're supposed to be able to play smarter. But you can see right here in skirmish, look, this man's right in the open. He gets a little cover. You know, you decide you have 4 weapons, shoots the shield down. Look how fast you die when the armor's gone. Look at that. Look at that M1A, bro. I got to go back to that. For the people who play Division 1, you know how crazy this is. What this means is other weapons are viable. Look at that. I gotta watch, bro. You guys don't understand. I know if you didn't play Division 1, you don't understand, but the M1A is so trash in Division 1. So seeing it, like, look, as soon as that armor is gone, bro, one shot took him all this health from an M1A. Look how you can't get any more realistic. He's one shot. Look, boom, he's done. You see what I'm saying? So all weapons look viable just because of the time to kill. I mean, obviously there's gonna be, bro. What? I'm sorry, you guys. Look at one tapped him. I guess headshots are super important in this game. PC players beware. What is he using? You can see right here. Shotgun. I think that was a shotgun. Well, if that's the case, yikes. So it's not even just about the build anymore because all guns seem to be able to do something. You got to play smart. And I think I love that because it gives builds. I mean, builds are builds, right? You want to have your position. You play how you want to play. But it also adds another layer of skill on top of it that you're not build made. And I think because of that, it's going to bring a lot of people who like competitive shooters back into our community. Because look at, man, it's like you get to really feel like your gun's doing something. Nobody's going to stand there and just eat 100 bullets. Even NPCs get beamed, and I love that. So I don't know if you guys are as hype as I am and excited to the point where you feel like, man, this is actually what we've been looking for. You can see the game is gorgeous. The game is dope style-wise because we're finally in the summer era. No more of the snow. We're back in a situation where we have the chance to have something that it was meant to be, right? For the people who say, oh, there's no survival, I'm pretty sure they're going to bring survival. Notice how they said post-launch that they plan on bringing more conflict modes, which conflict is domination and skirmish, or team deathmatch and domination. And I'm pretty sure they're going to bring survival. And with that mentality, I could just see survival doing so good. With the time to kill, it's going to actually feel like a survival game. So let me know what you guys think about Division 2 now that you've finally seen the PvP. I know most of my viewers are PvP players, but even the PvE players, you have to be just as hyped because this game is like refined. I'm sorry, I'm a little sick, so that's probably why I'm like getting caught up. Anyways, this game is refined from the Division 1, and I finally feel I'm at a point because I can only hype it up so much, right? Before saying anything, I played it a long time ago, right? E3 last year, and I felt it then, right? And I can only say so much. People say, "Oh, well, you're only saying that because you got to play it, and they only show you the best product." Look, bro, what downgrade do you really see? You don't. That was real gameplay we were watching. This is actual gameplay. This isn't. This isn't like we watched that gameplay where drones are in the air and they're gone. This is actual gameplay. I've seen it in person, and I'm seeing it here where you guys get to experience it. And this is like, you can't say it's a downgrade, and you can't say, oh, well, don't worry about it, bro. You're literally seeing everything, and it's as promised. And I'm excited for that because this is my favorite series, obviously. This is what my channel is built on, so I'm dummy hype. But you guys can see, like, everything. Like, we always wanted our own little drone and stuff, and they listen, man. They listen, and they brought it to us, and we have a product we can be proud of. So let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want this video to be like 80 minutes, so I'll continue to put out my thought process on different things, but you pretty much see it. Look at one-shot sniper. Snipers, you guys are back. Snipers, you are back. So if you love sniping and you felt like, you know, you were stuck to Deadeye and you're stuck to Hunter's Faith and you just didn't feel like you were being appreciated for covering from a distance, you guys are back, bro. Look at that. Like, you guys, man, hit your shots and it's GG. So I'm hyped. You should be hyped. Let me know what you guys think below. This channel is about to pop off. We about to pop off. It's over. It's over. All games. GG. It's done. If Division keeps this up, it's a wrap. Best game of all time. We out here. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hey, subscribe if you're new. The content is about to start flowing, bro. Non-stop. You know, I'm going to make the most broken builds we could possibly make. I'm going to get you guys right. I'm going to get you guys to the point where you're out here going solo manhunt on whole servers by yourself. As a brand new player, I'm with it. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Division 2 is beautiful. And so are you guys. Your boy is out.